Akwa Ibom people told to frustrate attempt to rig 2015 general elections by obtaining permanent voters' cards. Udom Emmanuel Moses Ekpo campaign trail bets in Eket. Akwa Ibom Church, Ikwarekpene Road, you host Udom Emmanuel Campaign Council. Details of these and other stories in just a moment. Good morning and welcome to AKBC 45 News. I am Jeffrey Orok. Governor Godswill Akpabio has advised Akwa Ibom people to obtain their permanent voters' card to enable them to vote their conscience by expressing support for Udom Emmanuel and frustrating attempt at rigging the 20 polls. The governor gave Ikode Dibon Nsirubium when the People's Democratic Party campaign trail stopped over at Nsirubium and Eket area. Edim Asanye has more.
The governor, while acknowledging the strength of the PDP through the caliber of elders in Nsirubium, assured the people of the area that the Udom Moses ticket will complete ongoing projects such as the dualization of the Ibno, Eket Etin and Uyo carriageway with a flyover at Ikoroku Ikono. Chief Akpabio charged the people to return all PDP candidates to ensure stability in government after his term. He announced that contract for the construction of the divisional police station in Ikore Dibon will be awarded in 2 weeks' time and assured that the project will be completed and commissioned before the end of his tenure. Chief Akpabio, saying that the government had patronized Nsirubium in political appointments and projects, also gave his word that Udom Emmanuel will undertake projects that his administration could not undertake.
What we were not able to do, Udom Emmanuel played. The dualization of Ibno through Eket all the way to Etinan, down to Ekoweman, with a brand new flyover, going to Idoro Road, and going to Abak, and going to the Secretariat, will be completed by Udom Emmanuel. The road that you mentioned is the Ikore Dibon Road. It's a very small village road. I give you my word. I give you my word that I've written it down. Consider that road constructed.
At the Eket Sports Stadium, the governor registered satisfaction that the people of the Eket have demonstrated readiness to take the reins of power in the state. Chief Akpabio acknowledged and thanked the people of the Eket for their support to him during his tenure, challenged Mr. Udom Emmanuel to turn Eket into a modern city within the 8 years he will be on the saddle in the state. The governor pointed out that his job and that of the hierarchy of the party has been to do justice to Eket Federal Constituency as the state resource base, mentioning that posterity will not forgive the Eket electorate if they fail to support Mr. Udom Emmanuel, who is one of their own. Chief Akpabio urged the people to vote for President Goodluck Jonathan, whom he noted has mastered the digital age, while warning that a vote for the APC candidate General Muhammadu Buhari is a vote for insecurity.
I have challenged Udom that by the time he is through with 8 years as a governor, Eket should turn into Yomfiawe. That your plight is known by President Goodluck Jonathan. We have no other option than Jonathan. We must vote for President Goodluck Jonathan.
Pressure groups, social, cultural, and pseudo-political organizations, as well as candidates, sang and kept the atmosphere lively in Ikore Dibon and Eket Sports Stadium. Asai reporting.
The Eket Sports Stadium was a beehive of activity Saturday as the Akwa Ibom PDP governorship flag bearer Udom Emmanuel visited the local government area to flag off his campaign. The governorship hopeful was in company of Governor Godswill Akpabio and wife Unoma, members of the State Executive Council as well as chairman and members of the PDP, among others. Iyano Paul monitored the campaign at Eket and a report is here presented.
The stadium itself wore a new look with decorations of different colors, shapes and designs, while the supporters of Udom filled the stadium adorned in different uniforms. placards and banners with various inscriptions such as Udom is all we want, Udom or no one else, Udom carry go, Udom is right. Domesticated and domitized filled the area. Groups which were on hand to welcome the August visitor included Uboypa Kwaibom, Esombong Iban, reliable women, a few Adekit, credible women for Udom, daughters of Martha Udom Emmanuel, Ujo Mbaba Ekit, and Ibom ambassadors. The venue was kept alive with artists including Pastor Goody Goody, John Wall, Etentia, the unique and other Kwaibom entertainers for Udom led by Yini Ikbe. The venue suddenly turned to that of songs of appreciation when Governor Pabio and his wife, the governorship hopeful, arrived with lyrics of songs such as Akpabio Manamaboro. Akpabio has kept his promise to Eket people, words are not enough, and Udom is right and fair. Governor Pabio, while addressing the crowd, lauded Eket people for the warm reception accorded them, noting that it was an indication that they are ready for the governorship slot. Chief Akpabio, who punctuated his speech with songs in Udom's name, said Udom will complete some of the projects his administration started and attracted development to the people of Eket and the state. He, however, enjoined all to return 100% vote to him, President Goodluck Jonathan and other PDP candidates.
What is the matter? What is the matter? The matter is Martha Udom Emmanuel.
The Director General of Udom Moses campaign, Idongosit Nkanga, while presenting the governorship hopeful to the people, said he is the most qualified and most sought for commodity in the state. The PDP governorship candidate, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, applauded people for giving him what he called a homecoming reception and promised to transform Eket to an enviable height. Projects, he said, that will go to the area will include an ultra-modern stadium, revival of Kwa Steel, utilization of methanol plants by Akpabio administration, sustenance of the free and compulsory education program, as well as wealth creation.
Under the commitment of the same contractor, the same plan,
the state PDP chairman, Obong Polekpo, presented candidates of the area to the people, while speaker after speaker thanked Governor Pabio for choosing their son to lead the state and promised 100% votes.
We would ensure that all the PDP candidates in the forthcoming elections have 100% votes. We have already mobilized our people. We are going to return 100.
High point of the campaign was presentation of a symbolic key of success in February poll by the women of Eket to Mr. Udom.
A special service was held yesterday to dedicate the Udom Moses Epo campaign and the 2015 Akwa Ibom project to God. The service, which held at Akwa Ibom Church, 112 Ikare Road, was attended by People's Democratic Party candidates led by the standard Udom Emmanuel. AKBC News was there.
The dedication segment of the 3-hour service was the most solemn, as many Bible portions were read to evoke God's presence in the midst of the people, as was in the days of old. While the candidates were presented to God for favor, the church urged them to be strong and be of good cheer and courageous.
Be strong and of good courage, for unto these people shalt thou divide for an inheritance the land which I swear unto their fathers to give them. Only be thou strong and very courageous.
In a sermon, Elder U.B. Edith said it is a rare privilege to be called by God for service, speaking on the theme, living a life worthy of your calling. Elder Edith said God's plan for the world was demonstrated in the gift of Jesus, who also humbled himself to serve mankind. He called for humility, truthfulness by people handling various duties at whatever level.
When you live a life
that is worthy of your calling as a child of God, always conscious of the fact that the Maker is there seeing you, you will make effort. You will have this kind of fruit. You will have love. Love to your God, the Maker, love to your fellow human beings. Are you gentle? Or are you puffed up?
The state chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Obon Paul Ekpo, said the dedication service was organized as an activity in the party's program based on knowledge that God places leaders on the throne. He appealed for prayers and support from the Christian community, pointing out that the party has a good product for sale.
So we are coming to dedicate our victory to God and to ask God to take us to the promised land. When He bless, no man can curse.
The chairman, Udom Emmanuel, and Moses Eko Campaign Council, Otuekong Edongosenka, advised the church not to sit on the fence politically, but to influence who is saddled with the affairs of the nation and state through the ballot box. Otuekonka, a one-time military administrator of the state, said as a performer, he is always on the side of the performing and winning team.
Church, Akwa Ibom State is knocking on your door. We need the bread of development. We need the bread of hope. We need the bread of love. Even in times of war, they knock on the door of the church for the bread of peace. Please open your doors for Akwa Ibom State.
The PDP governorship candidate who spoke on the caring power of Jesus Christ through songs said the reason for dedicating his campaign machinery was anchored on the biblical injunction contained in Psalm 37 verse 5. The governorship hopeful acknowledged the efficacy of prayers but urged Christians to support his party.
Oh, how much He cares for me.
Commit thy way unto the Lord. Trust also in Him, and He shall bring it to pass.
Worship and thanksgiving dominated the atmosphere at the service.
The gubernatorial candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the state, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, has unveiled his development blueprint for the state. He voted into power in next month's election. Mr. Udom Emmanuel was speaking at the flag cover of the PDP campaigns and presentation of flags to candidates of the party at the Uyo Township Stadium. Comfort Omana captured the event.
Udom Emmanuel said his administration will drastically reduce poverty through investment and wealth creation anchored on small and medium-scale entrepreneurship. He said the expansion program of the Akwa Ibom International Airport will commence with the building of international terminal, while the commerce sector will witness a revolution with the establishment of an international market and the completion of the Bakadip Seaport project by Chief Godswill Akpabio's administration.
I stand here to tell Akwa Ibom people, within a short period of our time, we'll give you an international terminal that will be comparable to any other anywhere you see in the world, that you will feel proud that you have an international airport.
The PDP standard bearer, who emphasized that the capacity and the right connection to draw down investors to the state, said a massive manpower development program will be launched as soon as he takes over the seat of government, pointing out that the program will take Akwa Ibom to be exposed to internationally required capacity building to make them occupy such position not hitherto due to experience.
We are telling our people that our governor has built for us one of the best complexes. We are not calling it stadium. We are calling it the Youth Renaissance Complex. That is where we'll turn our boys to men. That is where we realize what is meant by wealth creation. We are promising our youth that complex you're seeing there, immediately after May 29, since the foundation has been laid, we'll turn it to Institute of Sports.
On education, the governorship hopeful said a faculty of engineering will be established at the University of Akwa Ibom State and properly equipped to produce best engineers for the global community. He pledged to improve upon the already established welfare packages for teachers and sector workers in the state. Mr. Emmanuel, who was addressing a mammoth crowd of Akwa Ibom people and visitors to the state, said irrespective of what have been achieved so far in terms of women and youth empowerment, his administration, when voted into power, will go through of agricultural infrastructure. Mr. Emmanuel, who described attendance at the rally as a show of unity in the state and acceptance of the Democratic Party by the people, assured that he will continue to work with security agencies to ensure continued security of lives and property.
By the time we come into power, we will pursue aggressively the development of the finest seaports in this country, and we will ensure that we do a transshipment port in Akwa Ibom State that will attract so many industries.
The governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party, who punctuated his speech with Bible references, said significant changes will be noticed in Uyo, the state capital, in the shortest possible time, and called on the people to vote for all the candidates.
Uyo will be a real cosmopolitan city. People from other places will be looking for land to buy in Akwa Ibom State once we complete the blueprint of that infrastructural renaissance.
Comfort Umana reporting.
This is AKBC 45 News. More news after the break.
Udom Gabriel Emmanuel is elected as the flag bearer of PDP for the gubernatorial election come 2015.
By the grace of the Almighty God, I hereby give you the flag of the PDP, Udom Emmanuel, to fly this in Akwa Ibom State to come back as the governor under PDP, our flag. Thank you. May God bless you and give you good success.
Udom is right and fair. For Udom is the best. For Akwa Ibom State, Udom is right and fair. Behold our next governor.
It's so good to be back. The people of Abak Federal Constituency, under the umbrella of Udomfang Divine Network Campaign Team, have been advised to vote for candidates of the People's Democratic Party in the forthcoming elections. A representatives, aspirant barrister Patrick Udomfang, gave advice in his hometown, Ekamidum, Abak local government area, while interacting with the supporters. The Darabongs have filed a report presented in our studio.
Addressing his supporters, the principal of Udomfang Divine Network Team, Barrister Patrick Udomfang, appreciated God for keeping members of the group alive. Barrister Udomfang thanked members of the group for their unflinching support, loyalty over the years, paid special tributes to chapter executive of the People's Democratic Party in the area. He charged his supporters, however, to bury their grievances and tasked them to remain faithful members of the party. Umbrella, he noted, is big enough to accommodate all. Barrister Udomfang hinted that he is playing politics of relationship, saying that the result of the primary elections will not affect his loyalty to the party and Governor Godswill Akpabio. He urged his supporters to vote for President Goodluck Jonathan, Governor Akpabio's senatorial ambition, Udom Emmanuel as governor, and all PDP candidates.
I am so loyal to the party. I remain a PDP person, a PDP faithful. I remain one of the strongest loyalists to my boss, the Governor Obong Godswill Akpabio.
The leader of the Patrick Udomfang campaign, Mr. Jude Edem, appreciated Barrister Udomfang for hosting his supporters even after their inability to grab the PDP ticket, and thanked members for responding to the call, describing them as men of integrity.
This is what is expected of a high-ranking politician.
Also speaking, the PDP chapter chairman for BAC, Mr. Udoba Mbeje, described Barrister Udomfang as a true Democrat and faithful partyman. He called on all to support candidates of the party. Others who spoke were Mr. Anthony Udotim for Abak, Pastor Iborudo for Etemekbo, and Mr. Dominic Udontuk for Ika.
But they want a politician among other politicians to stand for the truth and quality.
God gave him and all of us that are his members more opportunities to enable us to continue our support and faith in God. We remain your royal supporters.
The State Service Monitoring Committee has embarked on its maiden supervisory visit to some ministries and departments. The committee members visited the Bureau of Technical Matters, Ministries of Special Duties and Transport, all located within the Iwet Housing Estate. Led by the chairman, Mrs. Rosalyn Aquare, the team arrived at the Bureau of Technical Matters at about 8:40 in the morning and countersigned the attendance register. While undertaking inspection of the offices, the committee chairman lauded the Bureau for its high level of sanitation, but called on professionals in Bureau to always sign the time book and movement register before leaving for the field. Failure to do so, he noted, may be interpreted by government to mean that they are absent from duty. At the Ministry of Special Duties, the committee reiterated the importance of displaying identity cards by staff during official hours in line with the directive of the head of service. The issuance of visitors' tax to all visitors and screening of every visitor were equally re-emphasized in view of the security situation in the country. At the Ministry of Transport, a member of the committee and permanent secretary, Minister of Science and Technology, Dr. Nestor Udo, stressed the essence of mounting induction seminars for all newly employed officers in order to acquaint them with the rules of the service. This, he said, is important as most of them came from various backgrounds and therefore needed to be reorientated to meet the expectations of the new environment they find themselves. While stressing that visit to ministries, departments and agencies will be more regular this year, the committee chairman appealed to all civil and public servants to rededicate themselves to duty this year, warning that officers who are not prepared to abide by service rule will be shown the way out. You can also watch AKBC TV News online by logging onto akbconline.org or follow us on Twitter at AKBC45 or on Facebook at AKBC Channel 45. And now to end the news, the main point again. Akwa Ibom people have been advised to frustrate any attempt to rig the 2015 general elections by obtaining the INEC permanent voters' cards. Governor Godswill Akpabio gave the advice when the Udom Emmanuel Moses Ekpo campaign trail visited in Surubia and they kept low materials. That's it on the news. Thanks for watching. Wishing you a rewarding week ahead. I'm Jeffrey.